Hey, good morning, y'all. Welcome to another installment of Bailey's Last Mile. I don't have a subject for today. This will be episode 3, the third true installment of the series here. Today, I'm just going to drive and watch traffic. It's drizzling a little bit, and I've already seen 3 or 4 stupid things on the first 2/3 of my way into work. So that's last third little leg into work here, we might see something interesting. I might be able to catch something that I can actually post. The way today is going so far on the drive, you never know. So here we go. And by the way, this is possibly an illegal U-turn that I do every day. If anyone ever watches this and comments to that effect, let me know if it is. I don't really know if it is. It's a very, this little section where I turn around at. I actually come up and go past this light here just to park there and do this. It's the best place to stop and sort of set my camera up. Set my phone up, rather. I'm using my Nexus 5X to do this at 720p. I can record all the way up to 4K. The problem is it's a huge file, and I don't think it's really necessary for the purposes that I'm doing here. And the phone glitches just recording in 720p. There was a couple of little instances yesterday where my sentence got cut off halfway through and it skipped ahead a few seconds. So I don't know. That's Texan for I don't think I'm gonna do that. I already see some police lights up ahead. So it's not gonna surprise me if we see, maybe it's not police lights, it looks like it might be road workers. But it wouldn't surprise me one damn iota if we catch something interesting this morning. And I want to do my little I don't feel like being behind people thing here. I don't know where they're going. They're moving up ahead somewhere. I can't see it on the camera because it's so far ahead, but there was some what looked like either police lights or possibly, because it had yellow and blue alternating flashing roof lights, so it could have been some sort of road crew truck that was on the side of the road up there. People are driving like maroons today. I had one dude, actually I've had 2 people already this morning that were literally just, as if we were traveling down the road here, stopped in the middle of the roadway for some reason. Twice already. I mean, they were both doing different things that you didn't know what they were doing because there was no signal light going on. One guy he didn't really stop. He braked when he needed to change lanes for no reason because there was nobody in the lane he was changing into. He just decided he needed to stomp on the brakes in order to change lanes. I'm not a perfect driver, and if you guys ever decide to critique my driving, feel free. In fact, I've been in a few wrecks that were my fault, so I am by far not the perfect driver. But you gotta get over into this right lane here because the left lane gets on the tollway. This is what I was talking about here. This is Mopac coming up. We're passing right here on the left, the entrance to Mopac. I could take this entrance, but it is a toll entrance. So the one that I take every day that you guys are seeing is not a toll entrance. Yeah, see more flashing lights over there. I think that might have been the same company. I don't know. There's flashing lights everywhere this morning. You dead critter. Might have to review the video, see if I can figure out what that is. Pause it. Look at the blood and guts. I should go through and blur out license plates, but that would take a long time. If I ever posted one that was like, yeah, I'm gonna, get a lot of, because there's wrecks and stuff on it, gonna be a bunch of possibly go viral, or, a lot of people see it, I would go through and blur out all the license plates. But As it is, I don't think anyone's gonna care. Of course, then if I have one go viral, everyone's going to look through all my old videos, and if I get a bunch of these, then all of a sudden everything I've ever done has no blurred license plates. But it is a pain to go through and blur them. Even though Google's editing API does have it built in. YouTube's editing API has it built in that I can go through and blur out stuff. It's not particularly an easy thing to do, but it's doable. All I really got to do is upload the video as private at first and then go through and edit it and then make it public. That's okay. Hey, we might get some rain. That always makes the drive a little more interesting when it starts raining. Whereas I back off from the cars in front of me when it starts raining. Because morons happen. And water causes an exacerbation of the moron state. These morons started exacerbating all over the place. They get their exacerbation shmoo on me. I don't have a subject, so you get to hear me make weird noises and talk to myself. You know, I was wondering what the plural of Lexus is. Would it be Lexi? I have 5 Lexi. It's probably just Lexuses. But if I was a Lexus owner, because, Lexus owners are quite prestigious people. They own these roads, and us Lexus owners refer to ourselves as the lexicon. And I own 5 Lexi. My name is Bob Bohemio. I don't know. I'm trying to make up a prestigious sounding name. Bob Bohemio sounds like the, plumber with dreadlocks or something. I tend to low shift, by the way. This is a manual transmission, and I low gear it a lot. Like right now I'm taking off in seconds. It's going to vibrate the fuck out of the truck. But I low gear it a lot. I just drop into, or high gear it, I guess you'd say. I'm in too high a gear for what I'm doing at the moment. I don't really know. You call it low gear, high gearing it, probably. But I'm in too high of a gear. And right now I'm in the wrong lane. And it's all your fault. But I'm not going to do that jackass thing that people do, where they realize they're in the wrong lane, so they stand on the brakes until everybody in the right lane passes them, meanwhile pissing off everyone behind them. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do the logical thing. I'm going to stay in the lane that I'm currently in until a clear and present opening opens up for me to change lanes legally and easily. No, I'm not going to annoy everyone around me if I can help it. This is a lesson to those of you who do not know how to drive in fucking traffic. Also, if you're in the wrong lane and you miss your turn, for instance, if I was in the far right lane right now, I am not going to stay in that lane with my blinker on until I have an opening. No, I'm going to go down to the next block or go around the block. Go down to the next exit, and even if that takes me a little bit longer, it's going to be, 5 to 10 minutes longer maximum? Sorry, this is a bit of a rant. This is traffic ranting, is what this is. Is what this episode is. This is the traffic rant. because I can't play the stereo, you get to listen to me traffic rant. All of these people are turning and I popped the clutch. I popped the clutch accidentally. Didn't mean to do that. Turn left here. Okay, so I have a clear and easy lane change opportunity here. See how that's done? Nice. See, I fit right in. Didn't have to piss anybody off. Nobody's honking at me. I'm gonna stop for all the people up here who are going slow. Red light. By the way, if anyone does watch this and ever wants to know anything about this pickup truck, I mean, there's not much to tell. It's a pretty simple, basic truck. And while I am capable of doing the maintenance on it myself, because I took it upon myself to learn how to work on vehicles, these days, I pay people. So you're not going to see any... Actually, I did. I tell you what I did do, but you got to wait another 60,000 miles to see me do it again. Is I did change the transmission fluid in this manual transmission vehicle because it's extremely easy to do. Stupidly easy. You should always do the easy things if you can, and to save yourself money, because if you take this manual transmission vehicle in to have them flush the transmission for you, they're going to do a flush, which is fine, completely at 60,000 miles, which is the recommended interval. Actually, I did it at 63,000, I think. At 60,000 miles, there's no need to flush your entire transmission. Now, if it's gone to 120,000 miles and not been changed, yes. But even if you're changing it at the recommended intervals, you will never need to flush it because the oil will not break down. Even if there's a little bit of the old stuff left in there, it's going to mix in with the new stuff, and your overall viscosity and cleanliness of your transmission fluid is going to maintain itself. If you're not driving it like an absolute friggin' moron, and you're taking care of your vehicle, and you're changing the fluids at the recommended intervals, the thing's gonna last. That's something people don't think about, is that, you know, like this F100 pickup truck up here that I show every day. I love this truck. I wish I could afford it. But I bet you 10 to 1 that thing was, the engine on that thing was either completely rebuilt or it was immaculately cared for. You know, we're going to the third level at this point so that I can get my preferred parking spot in line of the elevator. And this guy could have, there's like 17 simpler ways to do it, he just did. But okay. Lime green Corvette. Yay. Dude, even on the third floor it's a little packed, but I like to be close to the stairs. Well, me ranting about traffic. Didn't see anything too interesting. I thought, well, bloop. Set the parking brake. Put it in first gear. Because I have allowed this thing to roll out of its parking place about a week after I bought it, because I hadn't driven a manual transmission in years. So I forgot that it doesn't just stay there because you turned it off like an automatic does. Well, you still have to put it in park, but my brain wasn't automatic on it yet. So I left it out of gear without the parking brake set, and this thing rolled across the parking lot. And lightly made contact with someone else's vehicle, who didn't care, thankfully. That is it for Bailey's Last Mile. Peace.